Hello everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you about coming live streams at both Wines of Italy live stream and the Digital Vino. So it's a new year, and at least for the coming couple of months, I will continue to do live streams. I'll see what kind of guests are confirming and coming in. So that's also to kind of confirm later on. But I have some. Sorry, that was the wrong. Some guests confirmed for the next few weeks. So I'm going to mix Wines of Italy with more wine-focused wine producer guests and Digital Vino, where we talk a bit about both the digital side and the wine, also as it has become so important in this pandemic era. I'm also going to have a guest that is a friend of mine who does a lot of cooking and wine and food pairings. So I'm going to spread a bit the thing. So it's not only going to be about wine or digital and wine, but it's also going to be a bit about guests that I know. So friends who are either writers. For example, on the 20th of January, I will have Kathleen Wilcox, which I think most of you know. So she writes for a lot of different publications, from Wine Searcher to Wine Enthusiast to a lot of others. She has been in live streams or virtual tastings with me with some winery, and she also wrote about them later on, the Montefiorale. So that was very cool. So I think it could be fun to know, their backgrounds, how they arrived at becoming a wine journalist. So I hope that will be interesting to kind of spread the topics and the things we're talking about. Then, of course, as a digital vino, I asked perhaps the most well-known digital vino in the world, or at least in the US and around, who has done a lot for the industries, which is Paul Mabray, and he's going to be my guest on the 3rd of February. So I hope you're going to join us then to learn more about how the digital revolution or transformation is at what point it is and how it's going to develop in the future, which I'm sure that he knows all about. So if you have any questions, just feel free to follow us on the 3rd of February. So it's always on at 7 p.m. here in Europe, which means 1 p.m. East Coast and 10 a.m. California time. So I hope that for the wine guests, I still have to get some confirmations, but I hope to get perhaps we will redo with Fabrizio that I did just before Christmas, because it didn't work that well with the technology. So I think I'm going to ask him when he's free to redo his guest appearance. And then I'm also hoping for some other producers that I don't want to reveal the names before they have confirmed. But there are some interesting, and I'm going back to Campania again, so it's going to be a lot of Campania, but also I hope some more in this central or northern parts of Italy. So I hope you will join us. And I also wanted to talk a bit about a wine tip, because we actually opened a bottle the other evening. We open it with pizza with some friends, because you can have 2 people over as your home right now. So we're trying to be very kind of respectful of that, and to not go completely crazy. I think I'm going to go quite crazy soon with not seeing much people, but at least we're in yellow zone now, so we can at least go out from Monday to Friday, and then in the weekends here in Tuscany, it's going to be a bit stricter again. But I just wanted to speak very briefly about this Rafael, which is a winery from Fattoria Ciabrelli. A main part of the wine is with the Barbera, which is not the Barbera from Piedmont that explained to me, but it's a local grape to the area around Benevento, Sannio Benevento, that they call Barbera, but it has another story. They don't really know why it's called Barbera, something because they had a lot of, they were selling a lot of grapes to Piedmont, or because also they were in contact with people from Piedmont who exported to the US. So I think they're not really sure how they got its name. But when I was tasting it in Benevento, in September last year. I was very perplexed because I thought it was Barbera, and I was thinking, what is Barbera doing in Benevento? Not because they couldn't grow it there, but it seemed a bit strange. So the owners of Fattoria Ciabrelli explained this all to me. And I actually liked it. And a friend of mine, Letizia, who is the nose when we're tasting, because she's really, really good. So I have to hire her soon as my personal kind of smeller. She said she felt a lot of foresty, woodsy notes, so very green, like shrub herbs, perhaps also a bit more kind of medicinal herbs. I don't know if that's typical. Of course, there was also a lot of dark fruit. It's a very, very pleasant wine. So I have to analyze it more in an article further on. So that was all for today. I just actually wanted to go online to kind of keep the connection going. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask them here below, or also write me personally. So in a DM. This is the link to my newsletter. I'm going to put it also in the comments, so you can sign up if you want more news about what's coming in the coming weeks, in more detailed reports. Then you can kind of sign up to my newsletter. For the rest, I hope you have a nice evening. It's a Sunday, but still, perhaps you will open some wine, so tell me about it. And I hope to see you on the 20th to learn more about Catherine Wilcox, how she became a writer, why, and her kind of path to what she's doing today. So have a great time, and don't forget to sign up to my newsletter and also to follow this page. And see you on the 20th. Ciao.